Welcome back, class. In this section, we're going to look at perpendicular lines, equations that are perpendicular. What does that mean exactly? When two equations are perpendicular, we know the product of their slopes has to equal -1. Understand that again. The product of their slope is -1. So let's look at a couple examples. We have y equals 4x plus 3 and y equals -1/4 x plus 51. If we were to take 4 times -1/4, that would equal -1. Let's look at another one. Y equals -4/5 x plus 1. And the equation, of course, 5x minus 4y equals 12. Then again, for us to determine if the second equation is the negative reciprocal, we must isolate y because we want to know the slope of that equation. And by doing so, ladies and gentlemen, we obtain the following. We have y equals 5 over 4x minus 3. Now, we know the slope of the first one and the slope of the second one. We're going to check to see if we multiply the two, will we get -1? And ladies and gentlemen, what we have here, -4 over 5 times 5 over 4 equals -20 over 20, which is -1. That checks out. That means the two equations -4/5 x plus 1 and the equation 5x minus 4y equals 12 are indeed perpendicular. Now, let's look at an example. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to y equals 7x plus 9 and passes through the point 21, -4. In order to do so, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find the slope that has to make it -1. We know the first slope. We know we need a second slope that will multiply to the first slope and make it equal -1. We need to find that slope. So we got 7m equals -1. We need to isolate m. We multiply by the reciprocal of 7, which is the multiplicative inverse, 1/7 on both sides of the equation. And ladies and gentlemen, we have m equals -1/7. That is the slope we're going to use for the second equation, because that slope is what's going to be perpendicular to the first, that equation is what's going to be perpendicular to the first equation, rather. Now, we're going to use that slope, so we set up our equation, the delta y equals slope times delta x, and ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is substitute the point we have, which is 21, -4. So y minus -4 equals -1/7, which is the new slope, times x minus 21. We do the distributive property and we obtain y plus 4 equals -1/7 x plus 21 over 7. And we simplify, ladies and gentlemen, we obtain y plus 4 equals -1/7 x plus 3. At this point, we must isolate y, and we do the additive inverse of +4, which is -4. So, by doing so, the 4 nulls out on the left side, and we get y equals -1/7 x minus 1. That is the equation that is perpendicular to y equals 7x plus 9. Make sure you understand that, because now you have to try. You want to find the equation of a line, which is y equals 1/4 x plus 8, and is perpendicular to another line that passes through 3, -1. What is the equation of the other line, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, we need to find the slope of this other equation that will multiply by the slope of the given equation that equals -1. So we follow the following steps. We know the current slope we have is 1/4. The other slope has to multiply 1/4 to equal -1. Hence, we have the multiplicative inverse of 1/4 is 4/1. We multiply both sides of the equation, every term really, by 4/1, and we obtain 4/4 equals -4/1. So by simplifying, we get the new slope to be -4. Hence, from there, we substitute in our equation the point slope formula. And the point we have, remember, it is 3, -1. As a result, we have y minus -1 equals -4, the new slope, times the expression x minus 3. Ladies and gentlemen, distributive property, y plus 1 equals -4x plus 12, and we isolate y by doing the additive inverse of +1, which is -1, and the -1 nulls out on the on the left side, excuse me, and we get y equals -4x plus 11. Make sure you see the steps and make sure you understand. Ask questions if need to. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to try these two problems and make sure you complete them step by step. I need to see your work and return this in. This will be your grade for today. All right? And thank you very much. If you have any question, need assistance, please make me aware. All right.